Hey friends, welcome to Moxie Gardens. I'm Mike Toomey, and today it is chilly, 20 degrees right now. It's supposed to be in the 40s later on, so we're going to move to the front of the house. I'm just gonna pull up my truck, use the bed. There's nothing fancy about this channel, not at all. We kind of just use old reclaimed materials, so if you're just passing through and maybe you got caught up with the picture of what we're about to make, then welcome to the channel. Please stick around. But we really do. We just use some rust and pick up things that people have discarded throughout the neighborhood or in the country while I'm out driving, maybe some box stores. I just pick up and reclaim stuff. And so we got a lot of rust, a lot of nails, a lot of weathered wood. Nothing fancy here. You're not going to find anything fancy in this channel. So that being said, I'm going to pull myself away from the shed for a little bit. We're getting to the point where I'm waiting on the weather to kind of work with us. It's like I said, it's been in the 20s and 30s lately, so I can't caulk and I can't paint. So I do got some interesting feedback on the paint job, so that'll be interesting to see how we turn there. So today anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to build 3 birdhouses. And why 3 specifically? These are going to be a little bit bigger than your typical birdhouses. They may not even be functional for a bird. They're more than welcome to move in if they would like, but I am going to take some material throughout our yard from old projects and some stuff that I've gathered over the years, and I'm going to put together 3 birdhouses. One is going to go to the chicken coop. It'll make sense later on, but remember, it's not just your average chicken coop. And then the second one's going to go to the hobbit dwelling with the purple door, the sun, you remember that one. And then we're going to go to the west side of the home, and we have the green door hobbit dwelling, and we're going to add one over there. It's just going to kind of fit in, and when we recap on this video, then we'll go through the reasoning behind it. But I think it'll be kind of fun just to add some birdhouses, and even if they're not functional, they're still going to look cute and whimsical right there. So even if whimsical's not your thing and you're just into gardens, it's okay. You can look around the garden. There's some beautiful things. Everything can't be organized, and all the gardens can't just look the same, or else it's just a boring situation. So if you want to have some fun, let's go and put these birdhouses together, look around the garden, and when we recap, we'll share some things over there. So let's get started. Like I said, I'm going to move to the south facing side of the home where the sun's supposed to be brightest. Might even try to throw the sun into this video just to kind of, depending on where you're at, kind of cheer you up a little bit. So anyways, let's not drag this on. Let's get started right away. Let's go. Okay, friends, as promised, we'll have a go at it. You can see here, this is the side facing. So give you perspective. There's the front of the chicken coop. Told you it wasn't an ordinary chicken coop. Those of you who are new to the channel, just passing by, feel free to hit the like and share. Check it out. It's kind of different, right? Give it some color to it. Matches the door to the chicken coop. Got a nice little nail there for a landing spot. So as I was painting, you could see the reason why I painted the green background. It wasn't basically the background. I was trying to get the chicken wire to kind of be blend in so it didn't stand out. Just like here on the chicken coop. So right here, I painted the wire of the chicken coop black. And then here for the door, you can see that we're still working on. It's not painted, so you can see how it stands out in contrast between the two. So same way with this, I wanted that to kind of blend in, and you really can't see it. And just like it's picking up on the video, that's the way it is. So after all this was done, I didn't put it on the video because it is cold city out here. And maybe I exaggerate because 20 to you guys isn't cold wherever you live, but you can see here, I tucked it in with a lot of leaves. I did that ever so gingerly, and the reason why, those of you who might not be aware, a lot of you are, you're very, very bright audience, but large part of it is because there are a lot of critters and critter eggs and larvae in there that I don't want to break up, and so gingerly put those in there. We'll swing over here. I'll get your opinion on it, but I think I'm gonna stick with what I like. You can see here, got another one with the orange door and the moss around it. And look, all this was, I wouldn't say free, but pretty cheap. The posts were off of other projects. The roof is off of that roof. And so some of you might say, well, why don't you move this roof birdhouse and match it up with that roof birdhouse? And it makes perfect sense, but I really like this one. This is why I made this one taller over here, because I really wanted it to stand out a little bit. And as those boxwoods below fill in, I can actually drive this down a little bit more if I wanted to. But I like the way it kind of stands out. It's a little wonky right now. I'll get it all tapped in, but I might not either. But I love the patina. See, I told you this garden's all about old reclaimed material. And I really like the patina on that. Just really stands out. And so it's a fun little picture spot. It'll be good for my Instagram. Those of you, feel free to pop in and follow me on Instagram. That's Moxie_Gardens. Again, we're not doing fancy in this channel. We have some good stuff, but I'm kind of a backwoods guy, and it might not turn out well. Not everybody's trying to build Hobbit and Fairy World in their little garden. I'm just going off of my childhood inspiration. And then again, when I have grandchildren, they were going to really, really like this. You can see here, remember that we did this project not too long ago? That white stuff is the salt. I just left it on there. I'll wash it off soon, but I really want this to rust out. It's getting a little bit more patina on there. We'll swing over here one more time before we head up front. I really like the roof on that, and as it weathers, it's really going to blend in. I don't know that I needed it that close to our little Hobbit home, but I think it works out pretty well. I could have put it on this side, but and somewhere in here, I thought about putting it by the bench or by the bird bath, or by that water project there, but I think I'm gonna just go with it right here. And below we have all the Solomon seal. So next year, the Solomon seal will pop up and look real good through there. It'll flirt with the barbed wire and everything that's on here. And when I say I'm not sure if this will be functional for birds, it's because it's lower to the ground, but they'll nest in just about anything. So predators seem to be lower to the ground, so that might be a risk at a mature bird. So who knows if they will. If you're a bird, somebody who's knowledgeable in birds, you'll probably tell me debunked. So who knows? Let's head up front. Okay, we're gonna head back here. You can see everything just laid down. We got some snow recently. We got our little dwelling here. It really stands out, but how much fun does that actually look? I really like the idea that it just looks rusty and left out back here. Got the outhouse over here that we're still working on. Who would have thunk it, right? So now we've got this little birdhouse, and I know when I go back and I start looking over this, got some branches and stuff in the way of that. And it was done on purpose. I wanted to see, you know, kind of a natural look. You can see I've got back here a rhododendron and some hydrangeas, so this will fill in real nice next season and really soften everything up. A project's never actually done, just like a garden, right? So especially if you're brand new to garden, you think you're going to put in a few things of landscape and call it good. No, one thing normally materializes into several more things, and then before you know it, you end up putting in hobbit homes in your backyard. Maybe not for everybody, but anyway, so that's kind of what we're doing here. Even though this project's done, or I wrote it off as done on the video, I've always got something turning. So we're going to put some windows and we're going to do some different things. That's just a little prop there. It's empty on the back side. The water flows out right through here and then goes around and continues through the backyard, and off it goes into its retention ponds. So this is a wasted space. So rather than just having a brown fence with my neighbors across the way, why not? Why not be experimental? Why not? You know, I don't have anything holding me back from being different and wonky. And, you know, maybe society and social media tells you have to do things a certain way, or you can't be a little bit creative and childish and whimsical. And that's just not my style. I don't go with what everybody else thinks. So anyways, you can see back there, I've got the air conditioner unit. We've got a lot of shrubs and whatnot back here that just really block it off. You can't even see it. And then to go along with our driftwood that my son and I brought up from a lake at some point, turned out really well. Now, can I raise this one up a little bit more? Absolutely, I could raise it up, get it off the ground a little bit. If so, then I'm gonna have to just add a longer post. No big deal. I don't have to go through the whole rigmarole of tearing that up, but I can see the point of this one. So out of the three, this is probably my least favorite. Maybe you have a favorite. Maybe you've already clicked off and left the channel. Who knows? But you'll see here next season, this will be a lot of fun. A lot of the spring bulbs will come up, and we'll have irises and, oh, what do we got down here? Heuchera, and we've got hostas. We've got all kinds of things, and then we're gonna continue to push it again next spring. Obviously right now it's in its dormant stage, so a lot of fun. I love doing these little things, and honestly it allowed me to get my head out of working on that project that we were doing back there and bring you guys some content. So anyways, we'll head back there one last time. Okay, one last glimpse as we head off this into another day. You can see there, it just kind of stands out. No, it don't. It's perfectly set up right there. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Interesting little piece. It's just going to be its own little piece right there, right? So I don't have to worry about it being gaudy or anything like that. It's just fun and interesting. And I guess all that means I'm going to head back over to the shed and start on that. But do you have a favorite? Or I know whimsical's not everybody's thing, but that's okay. And I know somebody's going to ultimately tell me I should switch this little guy and put him over there with that one since the roofs match. But I think it still kind of works here, because you can see this hobbit home dwelling has a tin roof and whatnot. Anyway, that is it. Join me on my Instagram at Moxie_Gardens. We will see you guys on the flip side. Talk to you later. Bye-bye now.